Hi everybody, it's Ken at Lionel for Less. Trying to get one more run in here. I have to go back to work tomorrow after a brief break. And this came in the mail while I was on the break. So I timed things out pretty good. I've had to alter the layout a little bit to get it to work, because it's just so massive. This is the Premier Line catalog number 20-3127-1 Premier Line 4014 Big Boy. This was delivered by MTH in March of 2004. And like I said, it's just an incredible model of the Big Boy. The price tag on this baby when it first came out was a nickel short of $1,400 at $1,399.95. So after tax, you are probably looking at close to $15, I would think, depending on where you live. The original Big Boy was 132 feet long with the tender and weighed 1.2 million pounds and was made by the Elko shops. And I'm sure we all know of the legend of how it got its name. You know, one of the workers went by it one day and with a piece of chalk wrote on it Big Boy while it was under construction. So the name stuck, and it became one of the most famous locomotives in history. This model here is 35 inches long, 1 inch short of a yardstick, 2 7/8 inches wide, and 4 1/8 inch high. You're going to need 072 or larger curves. I would recommend even larger for to run this thing, because it's just barely getting by these 072 curves that I have. This locomotive is a 4884 locomotive. For some of the new guys, which, you know, we all know that means. Some of the new guys don't. We've got 4 lead wheels here, or steering wheels, 8 driving wheels here. I think those are the box pocks they call them. A lot of intricate drive linkage going on there. Pipes running everywhere. 8 more drive wheels back here, and then 4 more wheels at the rear of the locomotive. The locomotive is incredible. Here at the front we've got the cow catcher, of course, which I don't think this thing would need much help catching a cow. It would just mow it over. And if you want to, this thing in front, it swings open like that to reveal a scale coupler. So you can have it like that if you'd like. Then up here in the front we have the headlight with 4014 on each side. Metal steps going up. And lots of rivets here up on the deck. Handrails, all metal. All very nice work. Coupler cut bar. A decorative bell up here, the two marker lights that light up, and then you've got your handrails going down the whole side of the engine. Here's a throttle rail that goes down the whole side as well. And if you'll just look, I mean, this thing does have some details going on to it. I hope you're able to see them in this light that I have, but there's a close-up of the front there. And I'll fire it up here in a minute so we can look at it better. Legible builder's plates on the side. You can read everything with a microscope, I would say, or magnifying glass, more like it. But they are readable. Like I said, all this incredible drive linkage, piping going on down the sides. Another set of drivers back here with equal amount of linkage. More metal added on details here along the sides, and then underneath here is painted a different color. I think that's the superheater now, I'm not sure. And these wheels spin. I'm not sure what they were for originally, but they were on the original model. I think they were for water, I'm not exactly sure. All the trucks and side frames are very detailed with the airlines going to them. And pumps, they are all die cast also. You see, for rivet counters, there's plenty of them to count on this thing. Going up to the top, see, you've got the two smokestacks, the bell, the bracing for the marker lights. I think this might be the whistle here. I'm not sure what that is, but more detail here. Another sand dome. More added on detail here. It's exactly the same on both sides. Sand domes. Pop-off valves. I'm not sure exactly what all this stuff is called on the tops. But it's just got thing after thing. More rivets on top. This top thing opens and closes if the guys need some air. So that's real cool too. And as we go to the back, we can see the guys in there. There are 3 crew members inside here. I guess because they have to shovel lots of coal to keep this thing moving. Moving back to the tender, well, first we should look at the back here. Can't see real good, but there is the firebox glow effect going on. Cab lights up, and it's got the plug-in system here. So you do have to be careful with that and make sure that that's in, or you know, it just stops the whole circus. Going back to the tender, it's all die cast, plenty of rivets to count, metal ladders and grab irons everywhere, a real cold load, more builder's plates. This is a 12-wheel tender. And back here you have overall volume control. This moves also. Probably like a toolbox, I would imagine. Here's a nice feature here. This is where you charge this one up. Probably the nicest charging system I've seen on an MTH train so far. You just plug it in right there. And I do believe this is a switch for your smoke on and smoke off. As you can see though, there's more grab irons around everywhere. More ladders. And a light right up on top, a light in the middle, more rivets to count, and more signage. Of course, these are the MTH throwable electro couplers. I think that's what they call them. But you can throw them from the remote. I'm sure as most of you do know. But man, look at the length and just the impressive length of that thing. It's like a train in itself. I did do a comparison test. The locomotive is a little bit bigger than 2 full rolls of paper towel sitting next to it. So that's how long it is. You can get 2 rolls of paper towels going back there. Let's get it fired up and see what we can do with it.
Let's get a team. We got a tender with you. Drop those dead cold. Grab it cold. Right out that coal. Take on that water level, will you?
The boiler and the tender, of course, are die cast. The chassis is all die cast. The wheels are metal and the axles are metal. It has one large Pitman flywheel motor, very large. Remote controlled proto coupler. As I mentioned, the engineer and 2 fireman figures. The operating firebox glow as it gets going, it gets red. Operating marker lights, the lighted cab interior, the synchronized puffing proto smoke system, locomotive speed control. So that's like your cruise control in your car, so going up a hill or down, it'll stay at the same speed. The tender has an operating backup light. And of course it features the Proto Sound 2 freight yards sounds.
Okay, we're called for a 417 departure. We have 3 loads and 97 empties.
Gotta get some coal cars to go with it. Here's the whistle. Nice and throaty. And the bell. Let's move it out.